Hope you're all having a good day so far. Very good to see all of you on this webinar or the demonstration of the product. Today's topic is going to be Web OPAC for your library. Okay, Web OPAC stands for Online Public Access Catalog, which is accessible on web or internet cloud for your students. So in this webinar, we are going to cover three items. The first is we'll spend a minute or two on the Easylib webinars we have been conducting for the last 1 month. The different webinars have been conducted. The second, we are going to go over the little bit part of the theory related to the Web OPAC. And lastly, we will go over the demo of Web OPAC in detail. Okay. So far we have had five webinars or four webinars, one on the student life cycle management, other one on the overview of Easylib and Easy one ERP conducted over two sessions. Then we had a very well attended, nearly 80 people attended the digital library webinar. Then we had admissions module webinar. So all of these webinars recordings are available at our website www.easylib.net. We request you to catch up on those things or request for more webinars on the different topics. We'll be happy to conduct. Okay. The today's webinar, as I said, is going to be on the Web OPAC, and the next six webinars are scheduled over the next 2 weeks. Um, One is on the enrollment timetable and an attendance. That's in the part of the ERP. As you know, we have upgraded our software from being the software for the library management alone to be able to take care of your entire university, school, or college. So the solid design and the development effort has been put. The software is now ready. We are ready, happy to bring you to you on this webinar that's going to be conducted on July 11th. And on the 13th, we are going to have an in-depth review of the cataloging module within Easylib. On 18th, we will have an LMS, Learning Management module. So this is a very customized module for suitable for our colleges, already in use at a couple of places. So we ourselves use it extensively to train you on the different parts of Easylib software. So that demonstration is going to be on 18th or 19th. I'll confirm the timing. And on the 21st, we are going to have on the membership module in detail. 25th on the placement and internship. So that's again part of the ERP. And 27th is going to be the periodicals module in depth. And the webinar sequence will continue. Tuesday's webinars usually will be on the ERP, campus ERP software. And Thursdays, we are going to have the webinar on the library portions. And if you need any specific ones, we'll be happy to conduct those webinars as well. Okay. The next part is on the, let's get started with the OPAC part. Okay. The What all the components are supposed to be there in a web OPAC, right? Web online public access catalog that is accessible by your students. So your library front end is going to be your web OPAC. Dr. Ranganathan says, right? So every reader his or her book. So you might have lakhs of collection, but how will the students get to know what collections we have? Web OPAC is the front end for all of that. So the key characteristics of this web OPAC are going to be about 10 of them. The first one is it should be accessible 24/7. So that is the question you want to ask yourself. If you have got Easylib, that's well and good. If not, if you have got any other software or no software, and your key criteria should be how to make the OPAC accessible on a 24/7 on a 7-day, 365-day basis over here. So the second expectation that the student will have is on the easy interface. The OPAC should be very easy to use. It should be very intuitive, should not be cumbersome. Too much information or too less information are not good. The right amount of information that is required for the students is what is required in Web OPAC over here. Then the next part is the keeping the students in the mind. That's very important. Many times we see that quite often the websites are designed keeping the organization in the mind. And if it doesn't keep the students' requirement in the mind, it's not going to be of great help. One such example is if you have put too much history of your organization. That's well, good. But the students would love to see what books you have got, what are the digital contents you have got, what are the periodicals you have. That is what they are looking for to get out of your website than reading pages of history and the past photographs alone. So you need to make a call on giving the right information to the students. Keeping the students in the mind is an expectation of any web OPAC. Then the next one is comprehensive. It should be pretty comprehensive. It should have the enough details about your collections and your varieties of the collections. Rather, it could be your books, it could be your periodicals, journals, it could be your events, the event information, some of the events along with the photographs and those things which are really important. But at the same time, the search should be very easy over here. So it should be integrated with all your physical, digital contents, and it should have an easy search capability. Okay. And the next part, it should be real time. So if I go and borrow a book in the library, it should reflect in the OPAC saying that this book is no longer available because it has been borrowed by somebody. So that's another expectation of web OPAC over here. Then the next one is the personalization. Can the students log in? They should be able to log in. They should be able to see what books they have borrowed, what books they have got, which are the due, and so on. And they should also be able to personalize the things, saying that, okay, this is my area of interest. These are the groups that I'm going to join in. These are the subjects that I'm interested in. That kind of personalization is required. And the next one is the integration with the digital resources. Today, we have a wealth of information with the National Digital Library of India, DOAJ, Directory of Open Access Journals, DOOAB, Directory of Open Access Books, and lots of material, including the Karnataka Public Library. Right? So much of information is available elsewhere outside your library. So the question is easy or web seamlessly integrating with all those external digital resources is the question. And lastly, lot of students prefer the access on the mobile now. So is your software capable of rendering itself pretty good on the mobile is the question. So you want to make sure that your OPAC, if you have Easylib already, that's wonderful. If you have any software, you want to make sure that either the software is modified to make sure that it's well usable on the mobile, or we would love to welcome you to the Easylib anytime. Now, coming to the Easylib, next 40 minutes we are going to spend on Easylib demo. We are going to log into the live Easylib web OPAC application and then see how it works over here. Okay. All right. So let me log in here, switch the screen. So this is let me see, how do I take out this? So we have got about 10 people. That's wonderful. So let me share again the entire screen over here. So, all right. So let me get started over here. How do you start? So you just simply go open a particular new window. If when you become a customer of Easylib, you are going to get a URL over here. It will say, okay, demo.easylib is what I have opened. If you are in your college name is going to be there, it may say, okay, SMIT, that is for Sikkim Manipal Institute of Technology. It could be SDUAHER, that's Devaraja's. No, not this one. Probably I have typed it wrong. SMIMS or any of these UK you can see over here as far as the webinar, sorry, as far as the web OPAC is concerned. So here, press function F. Okay. All right. So the next one is how to use the web OPAC, right? So very simple. So you are going to, the colleges have an option when you go with Easylib. Either you can make it open, anybody can search over here, or otherwise you can have a little pop-up coming over here, which will force you to log in as a student over here or as a guest. Here, this is for the demo purpose. I have kept it open. So if you would like to search on the books that you have got in the library, you can choose the branch. You can choose using the so much of search criteria available over here. Many of you might have used some other software. You probably don't have this much information, this much search criteria over here. However, on Easylib, you will see at least about 15 criteria for the students to use. Suppose I click on the title and I'll take, let's say, environmental engineering, and I click. It's now searching on the environmental part. Now, if you can see, it came pretty fast. We have tested the data with about 85,000. Right now, about 95,000 books are there. And we tested our software with about 10 lakh rows over there, right? So the software is built to handle the volume of lakhs of the books, journals, digital material that you have got over here. So I searched on the title environment engineering, and if I want, I can add additional conditions over here. On the left side, you are going to be able to see, okay, I can filter it with a branch by books, journals, and so on. Filter it by authors, publishers, published year, published places, subjects, and so on. So now, if you see over here, automatically for a book, the image has come over here. So this particular image, you don't even have to upload. Easylib has the facility as long as you have added ISBN, right? It's going to check in the Google database whether that particular ISBN has an image already. If yes, it's going to get it over here. Okay, so now let me go over here. This is the environmental. I can just hover my mouse over this. I can see the real time status. Okay, there are 4 copies, one in Hebbal, another in main library, another in Hebbal. Okay, what is the location, if it is available or not available, all that you can see over here. Or I can simply click on this particular title again. It's going to go further, going to fetch much more details of that particular book and show you over here. Author, title, publisher, all of that you are seeing. The beauty is that it is fully giving additional information for each of the copy. Plus, it also helps you connect multiple physical material. So if you think that this environmental engineering book is somehow linked to another book 008, 058, 100, 006, you have the ability as a librarian to link multiple books over here. So when I as a student, I go and study, if the librarian knows that the students who study this book can study some other book also, librarian could put the effort and then link that particular book. It's just like what we have in Amazon. If I read this book, Amazon Logic is going to tell you, okay, what are the additional books I may like to read it, both automated as well as manual. Okay, so now in not only the physical books, you have the ability to link the digital books also. For example, if somebody is interested in environment link, if as a librarian, I know that, okay, the people will be interested in a such and such YouTube, such and such um, uh, journal, periodical, I can simply add all those material, and somebody just add for the purpose of testing, we just clicked on the Google or the YouTube, it's going to open that particular YouTube material as long as linked over here. So then this was the 4 copies, the physical material, digital material, mark view. In Easylib, we have made the data entry very simple. Those of you who are our customers of Easylib know that when you go to the accession register, you simply enter the data the way you call title as title, author as author, subject as subject. But automatically in the background, the software goes and converts into the mark and stores the data. So that's why the $010 is LCCN, that's the Library of Congress catalog number, ISBN 20, 20C is terms of availability. So you name it, there are so much of data that has been fed over here, and automatically it converts into the mark over here. Say, for example, if I see, then I can go, I can simply click on it. It's going to give the information as per this mark, and I also have the ability to export it over here. I can forward this result to a friend. I can reserve this. I can simply type the email. It's going to go because Easylib already has an integrated email feature over here. When you become customer of Easylib on the cloud version, you don't pay any extra money for all this facility. They come by default over here, right? SMS, of course, is chargeable, but email within the limit, we try to keep it free until the volume becomes more than few thousands a week or so. Okay, so you have the ability to reserve the book. Now the ability to export into a PDF format, any format that you want, you can export and read that particular book. So now this particular fetch, so no, this is exported as an Excel. If you want to share with somebody, you can share it. Okay, so this was the first page of Web OPAC. Now let me go over here to the main page again. You can always come to the main page simply by clicking on Easylib. And the people who are comfortable with the previous version of Easylib, they can simply click on the old version and then see that data. Okay, so this was the primary search that you can see in Easylib. Again, as you see over here, the 15 conditions here. If I want, I can put physics over here. If I want author, I can add it. Okay, and I can search. I can build the search the way that I want with lots of conditions. Okay, and if you wish to go with another simpler set of searches, there is, if you scroll down over here, either you can see in the physical collections, there are four more options over here. You can search in the different methods. Some of you already have the previous version, the window was looking like this. It was A for all books, Q for quick search, M for main search in the different format. Let's click a couple of them and then see. If I click on A, it's going to list out all the 93,000 books that you have got in the library. So 93,000 books are there. I just go and okay. So give me the books written by, let's say, I just want, I was on the environmental engineering, right? So let me click on environmental and see. Okay. So how many? 568 books. It's pretty fast, right? And if I want, okay, show me the books that are written by Mr. Let me show me the only the books over here, and it's going to show the books over here. If I want to search on the publisher, author, departments, let's see the example here. Environmental protection, it's put under the neuroscience. It may be simply we are putting it, so you can just simply type neuroscience over here. It's going to filter that and then give you that particular book over here. So did I type that correctly? Maybe that's a department, I guess. So yeah, that's a department I was typing in the subject. So can go over here and type this neuroscience and AI, and it's going to give the list of these are the 317 books or the material that you have got related to having the title as environment, but they are part of the neuroscience. Okay, so any specific thing that you want to do about this, okay, you can do that. You can even simply export this data. If you want to see the additional fields, you simply click on, okay, I want to see the additionals, category, volume, subject, you name it, you can get the data any way you want. You can continuously even enhance that particular search also over here. You can search by department, bill number, how much books you procured in last 2 years. No problem. You just go and put the bill date as the range or the entry date as the range. It's going to give the books in that particular last 2 years. Okay. So let me go to the next one over here. So again, I click on this. Again, this window as well as this window, both of them are interchangeable. Okay. And let me show you one more thing over here. It is not just, this part I have logged in as the library admin. So I am able to see all this menu over here. Whereas when a student logs in, I have not even logged in as a student. It's still open access. Okay. If I log in as a student over here, so let me go over here. My user ID I put, my password I have put, I click. So now this is my user ID. It's showing only menu Vasu logout because I am logged in as a student over here. On the other hand, here I have logged in as a administrator. That's why I'm seeing the lot more features. So what I can do over here, I simply click on the OPAC setup, homepage setup. So now I have the ability to move the OPAC up and down over here. Okay, so what I can do over here, OPAC. Homepage setup. If I want the window which is over here, this is the shortcuts, right? I want all the way up over here. I can simply choose the shortcuts bar, homepage setup. So this is the default shortcuts, right? Let me see where is the shortcuts. Shortcut here, right? So this is put as a size. Now order is 99, so that's why it's all the way down over here. So what I'll do is let me put the order as something like just above this, right? I'll put the order as maybe 12. Let's see here, edit, and I'll put the order as 12. Now let's see, search. So now when I go here and click this, look, it has come up over here. So these are all the different blocks of the your OPAC, which gives the ability to place wherever you want. So that way you want to customize the web OPAC the way you want. If you want these pictures, some other pictures, no problem. There is a facility to update this. There is an announcement, you can update it over here. Or if you want to make this bigger, no issues, easily provide that facility. Okay. Now let's continue with the web OPAC, how the students see. So we just clicked on the A. We saw the list of all the books, which is also equivalent to the all books and more screen over here. Both of them are interchangeable. Okay. Now you may be interested in what is this middle. Okay. I'll come to that. Okay. In a few minutes. All right. So now what does this Q stand for? Quick search. Okay. So I clicked on this keywords. It's going to list those keywords over here. So if I have got show me the books on the AC bridges. So these are the books over here. Some other, if I want to search on the subject, I click on the subject. The subject related information is available over here. I can simply click on this. If I want to reserve, I can reserve and I will have to type my user ID. I am logged in as Vasu, right? So fine, it's reserving as my ID. Whereas if I try to reserve by logging in as a librarian, it's going to ask who is the student, who do you want to reserve. So this is another way of searching the books. You can search by subject, publisher, author, simply the list of authors, all authors is displayed over here. Okay, so now coming back over here, YAM stands for main search, which is very popular among our some of the long time users of Easylib. So they just simply click on this. Okay, this is another view for physics books. And if I want, there is an O option over here. So that is O option, old fashioned search. So if I click on physics over here, not, yeah, probably it's, I think physics I type here and search. See now the display of the records is like this. So, what we have done is that over the years, we have been working with a lot of librarians, lot of professionals. We read the books, we studied the requirements of the different world-class libraries, what they are expecting in Web OPAC. That is how we have developed this Easylib software over here. So some of these people said that, okay, show me in the other format where each of the title is display title, author, subject, class number, all those. The next one, next one. Here, the librarians wanted, okay, give me a grid format where and I can see what is the accession number, title number, how many copies have I got, how many issued, how many are gone for binding, how many on hand, and so on. This is another view. Again, you can filter it by and mix and match by title, author, all of that you can over here. Okay. So now let me click on here. So that was the O. NA stands for the new arrivals. Last 100 days, how many books have come over here, right? So that is the simpler option of see the new arrivals. Okay. So if you go down further, again other things. There is something called catalog with Koha. So okay. So what we have done is that lot of people asked, hey, we are using Koha right now. Can we come to Easylib? Perfectly fine. So no problem. You can just export the data from Koha. We have enough routines in Easylib which will make your job of importing easier here. So if I go to catalog over here and there is an import option. So catalog data import, you get the data, download the data from Koha, put it in an Excel format or get it in Mark and then get converted into Excel. Okay. So then you simply come to Easylib and import. Within a day, your migration from Koha to a very good extent will be converted over here. So you'll be up and running on Easylib software over here. Okay. And this requirement is also see whether can we link Koha on a real-time basis. So that's an experiment that's going on over here. Okay. So, by the way, we do have a few customers who came from Koha to Easylib. I will not be able to disclose their names, but we do have a few of them who really liked Easylib much better than any other software. So that's why they said, okay, we are going to come to Easylib. Thank you. I should say thank you to all of you because Easylib is able to add a lot of these features thanks to your active involvement and usage. Okay, let me continue over here. So this was only about the books we saw. Books, non-books, bound volumes. If I click again here, right? So you're able to see books, video, audio, everything. All the non-books are also listed over here. So, okay. So now come to the periodicals part. Easylib has your web OPAC, single window for all your students to see the books, non-books, as well as the journals. The list of all the journals you have subscribed. Okay, how many years you have subscribed. In each year, what is the volume issue, what is the how many issues you have got, and all that. So everything that is related to that particular journal can be seen by the students with respect to the information that you have shared with them. So PLI, it's simply the collection of all 15,000 journal loose volumes you have got in the library, each of them, what the accession number you have got, when was it received, there is the additional search criteria over here. It gives a lot of facility for you for the students to search, and as far as the librarians concerned, so to look at to get the reports. I must share this experience yesterday. One of the clients called me yesterday at around 6:30, and he called me to convey thanks because there was a um, LIC inspection that was happening, and he mentioned that the three of the inspection committee members sat in the library for 1 hour and went through the entire automation part. And at the end of the 1 hour, they were so happy. They said, "You are managing it very well." And he really said that having Easylib being used at the library really helped, because he was able to show all the committee members exactly what they wanted. They wanted to see what all books you have got, no problem. What all the how many books you procured in last few years, within a second. How many members are there, no problem. What is your circulation volume, all of that he was able to show to the committee members. Okay, now coming back to the periodicals part. So this is the subscription part that gets renewed every year over here. So different view of the periodicals here. All right. So again, if you don't have this bar, you can simply, this is another kind of bar you have got. Okay, there is one more, right? The discovery service. Let me see what is discovery service here. So discovery service is wherein there are about 50,000 publishers worldwide, and collectively they publish about more than 1 lakh of journals. So now here the discovery service is related to searching the data in all those 1 lakh journals that are published over here. I clicked on physics, and these many articles I am seeing over here, right? So if it is available, open access, you have the ability to see that particular book. Out of the 95,000 journals, I am told that about 50,000 to 60,000 are open access. So that means when you subscribe to Easylib and you get the discovery access from Easylib, of course, because there is a payment involved that's sold separately, but it gives you ability to get the data from all those 95,000 or 1 lakh journals, which will amount to 10 lakhs plus articles, tens of lakhs of articles, which will be searched, and then your students will be able to get the data that you want over here. Here, what I am showing is that this is the sample data, and that sample data, of course, you are seeing in different languages over here. When you become a customer, you have the ability to filter these things by much more conditions. So this is the discovery service we have just started offering to our clients. Okay, so let me close this window. So now go to the digital collections. What are the digital collections, right? So let me, okay, the digital collections. E stands for your ebooks. The beauty of Easylib is that Easylib is a Easylib is a library system which encompasses all the features, including the physical library management, digital library management, visitor management, subscription management, and many more, including the helping you conduct events at your library, right? Okay, so now the digital library part. When you go with Easylib, you don't need any software like DSpace, Greenstone, or ePrints. If you have all of that, you can simply import the data onto Easylib over here. So you'll be able to search, or you see the list of the books that are already cataloged over here. So the basic electronics, I just searched that particular book is available on the browser over here. I must say the one of uh, the VTU National Academy for Skill Development, that is Dandeli, very well made a use of this web OPAC with the digital contents. So learning management, this part and the OPAC made a wonder over there, because they uploaded lots of material related to the classes, and everything was accessible over here. Okay, and here in the digital library, not only you can upload the copies that you have got, in case your publisher has not given the material, but instead he has given only the URL. Even you only URL that you can upload it here. When you upload that particular URL, if you see here, it goes to engineering.ny.edu. Okay, that is where it is going. So you have the ability to catalog what you have got plus what somebody else has got provided they have given the access to um, use that material. Okay. So now there are multiple options of seeing the digital library. Easy is the general search over here. So this was giving the ability to search by title, author, department, subject, and so on. Okay. And EBT gives you the ability to search by ebooks, handbooks, question papers, types, and different types you can search on. If you have EBQ, that's by different subjects, publishers, anything like that. You can see this is a different view of the digital collections over here. Okay. So now the EBC that's sponsored by course and branch here. So now Bachelor of Arts, Music Engineering, BE Computer Science, there are 30 material over here. So if I click on this, and it's going to upload that and then show you that data over here. Okay. So I click on it, Fundamentals of English, that particular material is available. Okay. So you can neatly upload the documents and categorize by course and branch. Be first semester, be third semester mechanical, third semester electrical, third semester computer science. Like that, you can, in a granular way, you can upload the data. All your students are able to see the data in this format, search by course, branch, and so on. The option D stands for your digital subscriptions. You might have spent lakhs of rupees on subscribing to so much material. And today, many of the journal, physical journal providers, right, also give a free access to your their digital material. All of that you can upload here. If you happen to be a member of any consortia, and consortia gives you a list of about 5,000 journals that are automatically subscribed, you can simply upload all of them to Easylib over here. Thereby your students are able to know which URL to go to. Okay. And now this is the IR, this is another view of the digital library. Basically, the digital library and institutional repository can be used interchangeably. So you can upload all your material, including your lecture notes, your lab manuals, your theses, your project reports, past events information, the rare photographs, videos, everything, whatever is your institutional digital repository, all of that can be maintained in Easylib software. And this is one of the view of that. And L stands for your own publications. You know, NIRF says that publications are so important, right? NIRF, NAC. So if you have a lot of journals that you are publishing, please do upload the links over here, because this is one way you can increase your academic ranking in any of the external forums. Okay, so this was the digital collections. Let me pause for a minute. Okay, the next part is the other parts over here. Active display board over here. What does this display board means? Here, how do you make sure that your students know what is in the library? What we encourage the librarians is that you build a PowerPoint presentation, tell about your library and display it on the prominent notice board in your college. And the same PPT, you can upload it over here. It can be anything actually. If it can be, this is related to some of the poets we have got, and another can be some of the sports. Okay, so if you want to put something in the auditorium entrance, you put that. Some of the pictures you are putting, put that over here. The library information, how many books, how many journals, how many, all of that you can put over here. Okay, so MSC stands for member self-entry screen. So students don't know their member ID, or rather, if you have got an option wherein students have to specifically become a member to the library, no problem. Keep this window open and the students can log in. The student can, without logging in, they can simply enter their name, last name, father's name, all registration number submitted. A record gets created, and you will be able to assign a regular member ID to each of the students. Okay. F stands for feedback. Feedback is basically one of the things in the NAC expects that you are taking continuous feedback from the students over here. So how do you take the feedback? You use the feedback system in Easylib, design a feedback form, and give the ability for the students to access that in the OPAC over here. So here there is a simple survey, tell about our collections, about our service, how often you visit, related to the library satisfaction survey. You can conduct a satisfaction survey over here. The beauty of this, doing all of this in Easylib, is that all the data is in one place. Otherwise, you end up with surveys in, let's say, Survey Monkey or Google Form. Your all the information is in another system, some other information in another system, and so on. But with Easylib, you get a complete view of that. So that is the beauty of this survey module. C stands for your communication module. You can form different groups in the library, current affairs, election, GST, history, anything. The students can join that particular group over here. When they join that particular group, my group, the request, so nature lover. So if I click on this, request is sent. So now you become a part of that group. So the librarian, when they log in, they are able to send the information to the students about that particular, saying that topic, saying that, hey, so and so material related to the nature has arrived. Can you please come and make a use of it? Okay. So now going further, AS stands for admissions, because now we have got the entire campus information, right? Campus automation is there. So this is admissions. MC stands for member catalog information. What is that means is that there are a few people, some of your professors who may be ready to share the catalog that they have got, right? They may not keep their collection in the library, but they are ready to share what books they have got, so that you can make it available in the search within Easylib, and your students are able to search only the location. It will say that, okay, this is with this particular professor, because they can search in Easylib, but when they want to borrow, they got to go to the professor rather than requesting within the borrowing the book within the library itself. So this is the member catalog entry. Okay. There is one more reason why this is very popular one. So those of you who are from Mangalore area may know, there is a World Konkani Center over here. They wanted to see all the books that are published in Konkani language so far, right? So there was no catalog, unified catalog available. So this facility is made available. Any member of the Konkani community can log into their website, fill in the information. Here, I got this book. And now that copy, at least one copy of that book, is going to come and sit in the World Konkani Center library. So the any new things that you want to do in your library, will be your partners. You just tell us, we'll try to help you to the maximum extent over here. So now let's see, member book customized search. So the members have cataloged, how can we search? So that is what it is over here. Okay. So now this is the FM stands for find the details of the members. So I don't know my member ID. Okay. What I need to do, my name is so and so, I click on it. So I click, it's going to display, okay, maybe my membership is this one, the membership is this one, can get it, and I can log in. So using that member ID. So this is CCR catalog report. This is another view of the catalog we are trying to provide, based on what the students, what the colleges wanted. We have been continuously adding some more and more features over here. So if you still need more features, right, very simple. When you are logged in as a library staff, you just click on the support over here, and you would open a ticket saying that, okay, I need this extra feature in Easylib related to this, right? If it is a production issue, that's attended on priority. And next level is the production request, like helping you upload the data and so on. Then the training part and any enhancements, new features, all of that you can request over here. So some of the enhancements and features may be chargeable, but putting that information over here makes sure that it is not forgotten by either us or and it also remains as a record for you to saying that, okay, I requested this enhancement. Okay. So this was the front page search over here. So now if you see over here, there is pretty much I covered all of this except one of that. That is unified Oh, couple of them I didn't cover. Okay, unified OPAC search. What is this unified OPAC search over here? So if I click on this topic, right? So now it is searching. We saw one search related to the physical library, another on the digital library, and another on the journals. Now this unified search crosses the material it searches actually. So if I type physics, there's books and non-books 246, the journals are 6 of them. So you get everything in one place over here. So now if I say, let's say, maybe let me type electronics and see, okay, how many material electronics across the library, books 645, books, non-books, ebook 1 of them, journals are 9 of them. All the three are over here. Again, you can check the availability, request, reserve, renew, all that you can do over here. Okay, now coming to the renew part, right? Now I am logged in as a student here. I can click on my name and okay, let me see how much time we have got. Oh, we are running out of time. Okay, let me cover this first part and then go to the student. Please bear with me. The student webinar is going to extend by another 10 minutes or so because there is so much material to be covered. Okay. And what is this part? Okay, so let's come to that. So now if I go and search here, I am putting here environmental engineering, right? So now I click on IEEE Explore. Now it goes and logs into IEEE Explore, Easylib software, and it is now searching on the environmental engineering in IEEE and showing you the data over here. And if that particular material is open access, you can open, or if college has IEEE access, and this no longer you will get that lock. Instead, that particular document itself will be visible over here. Okay, so this is IEEE. Okay, similarly, we have linked with BMJ, British Medical Journal, right? So electronics, I don't probably I may not find anything related to, yeah, or let's see. Okay, did I type environmental engineering in the British Medical Journal? There are a few articles here, right? You can see here editorial, letter, obituary, analysis, so many of them. I just click on this and I'll be able to open that particular document as long as I have got access to that. Okay, so this is now searching in the British Medical Journal. Oh, there is some amount over there. Okay, if you have got access, you will get the access directly to look at the PDF. Similarly, we have linked with whoever has provided the APIs and made it open access. It's available, and if you have got the access, if you have the subscription, but they may want you to get the API key and then only link. Then at that time you will see that okay, access digital reports and so on. So we need to work with you to make it accessible for them. Otherwise, if they have given open access, definitely it's searchable over here. Even I don't remember whether the National Digital Library of India has provided the open access. If they have provided, in Easylib, you should be able to type that material, and one more link of NDLI will be provided, and then it can search in the NDLI itself. So as we speak, constantly the improvements are going on easily. The hundreds of enhancements are in the pipeline. Every month, 10, 20 enhancements go into our system, and gradually they get rolled out to all of your installations. Many of them will be free, some of them will be chargeable. Okay, all right. So this is what is called as a federated search. Okay. So now let's see if I missed anything. So student function catalog on books we saw, member ID, this one we saw. Oh, there is a surveys we saw, student group we saw, courses offered by institute. This is related to the learning management. I'll go inside and then I'll go in when I log in. I'll show you further. Okay. All right. So this photo gallery, you can update your photo gallery. The latest one you can put constantly. Keep it up to date. Dr. Ranganathan says library is a living organism, right? How should a student feel that, okay, it's a living entity? Your website is one of them. Constantly it can be changed. You make new announcement based on the time. You put useful links. You put the newspapers. You put the explore, anything that you want. And if you don't like, let's say you don't want the newspaper, no problem. There is an option for you yourself, disable that newspaper and probably move this about your library to over there. And even this dashboard is also customizable. There is a dashboard module over there in Easylib. You can build different dashboards. If I go here, dashboards and metrics, I can build a lot of these dashboards and decide which of these dashboards will show in the home page over here. It's very simple and at the same time very powerful. Here we display Dr. Ranganathan dashboard. That's why you are seeing more exactly in that format. If I happen to choose this balance scorecard, I'll see that balance scorecard over here. Okay, so this is the home page, and below that there are additional contact info of your library, the policies, your library team members. You can put all your photographs, the details, everything you can put over here. And whenever they have a question, they can write open. This is need software help. They can click here. There is one contact info. They can write the email and so on. Okay. Okay, so let's, this was the first page. Again, it depends whether you have enabled it, or say for example, if I go to SMIT, right, Sikkim Manipal Institute of Technology, what they have done is that they have put the you are getting login window over here. You need a user ID password to log in. However, for the purpose of demo, we made it open in our sample. This is our sample demo site, demo.easylib.net. Okay. And once you log in, you click on this, your login over here. Menu, of course, is okay. These are all things. This menu, my name, it displays a summary of, okay, how many times I came to the library, what I borrowed, when did I borrow, did I open any service request, all those are visible. When I click on menu, I see the different options. This is a simple thing about me over here, my holistic report, the complete report of how I am utilizing the library, my documents. What is this my document about? So whenever you want to share any document with the students, you don't have to send it by email. You simply go into the member module within Easylib, student module, and what you do is the student master data, also called as member module. You go to the document and you simply upload it over there, right? So whatever you upload it over here, the student will be able to access when they log in. They are able to change their own password. They can change their personal data like phone number, email, and all that. Okay. Because Easylib is also a campus ERP software, you are seeing the options related to financials, fee collection, and so on. Let me mute everyone. I think there is a little noise, so just give me a minute. I think somebody's sharing. All right, let me mute. Harsha, can you try to mute everyone? Harsha, can you please mute everyone?
Yes, sir. One second,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, sure. I think you would need to click on there is one dot button. More. Sure. Okay. Those of you who have not muted yourself, kindly mute yourself. We'll continue with the webinar. And then there were.
So 1 second, can you unmute yourself?
Yes. I unmuted myself.
Yes.
Okay. Hope you are able to hear me. Okay. So now coming back over here. So my financials. So now coming to the my library. What are the books I have borrowed? I can see the complete list. What are the books I requested? If I want a new book that is not in the library, I can simply go and click it here, put all the details, and that will go into the acquisition module of Easylib, where the librarian will see all the books that are requested by the students. Okay, so now my favorites, I can keep my own favorites. I can see my find on the books, in-out history, how often I have been coming to the library, going, all those details are possible over here. Okay, so now circulation history, how many books that I borrowed, how many are open. I can see the current circulation, what I have borrowed now, and my historical circulation over the years, right? So all of that. And by the way, you can keep the OPAC access open to them even after they pass out from the college. You can simply move their profile to alumni. So that way they cannot borrow any new books. But if they want to see what all books they read in the library when they were student, no problem. Easylib has no restrictions. So you just keep their login active. Of course, you move them to the profile of alumni and then ask them, okay, you can log in. You can see what are the events happening in the college, see the library facilities, come and make use of the library and so on. Because the more students you get to the library, the more benefit or to the students, right? So yeah, of course, many colleges, including where I studied in US, they have the library open for all the alumni. Okay. My digital library. So what is this My Digital Library? You can give access to some of your professors to be able to upload their digital content. So that could be their notes that they are giving to the students. Some of the chapter excerpts, all that, right? Today, what happens is that all of those materials are given to the students only the WhatsApp or an email. But however, if you ask them to upload when they log into Easylib, it helps them maintain the data in an organized way, as well as the data stays in the library. And because the students have to the library site, automatically your library usage goes up. When the student logs in for digital library, most likely he will borrow some physical books as well, right? So you're attracting the more and more students to the library. So that is my digital library. Reservation list, what I'll have I reserved. Okay, if you remember, I just reserved this particular book, right? Okay, And that's going to be remaining till one day. And if I don't borrow this book, automatically it gets released for somebody else. Okay. Circulation statistics in the last 1 year, what all I borrowed and all that. If I need to study 2022, what I borrowed, no problem. It'll show that data as well. Okay. Shared ebooks. So that is what somebody else has shared with me. So that is because in the professor's digital library, right? My digital library, there are three parts here. One, I can make it available to everybody. Second, I can catalog some books. I can invite some people to be able to see that access, right? Only those people will be able to see those books over here. So that is what this shared ebooks is all about. Okay. So now coming to this, the next one is my studies. Easylib has a built-in learning management module. When you go with Easylib, you don't even need a module also, right? So you can neatly categorize all your subject material by all your material in the library by subject, by classes, by year, and so on. Say, for example, I'm a student of integrated MBA course, right? These are the courses, right? I click on it. What are the week by week sessions? What are the session materials I'm supposed to read, right? All of that can be added over here in Easylib. How do you make it happen? You may or may not have enough time to do this, but you can always work with the faculty and then tell them that we have implemented a LMS system which is integrated with the entire campus ERP, and now why don't you make an use of it, right? So we'll be happy to work with you on making this available to you. Okay, so this is my grade section, my grade batch. Grade section is most of our familiar with. Grade batches for the practical different batches may be created. So all the material related to that particular grade, section, batch, course is all available here. Okay, so assignments. So because it's the campus ERP, even those are also available over here. My studies, my students, the staff, right? So this is enabled only for the staff, though will have access to upload their material over there. Survey and feedback we saw over there. What are the surveys that are open? What are the response I have given, and so on. I can simply give even a one-line response saying that okay, kindly open the library for 1 more hour in the evening, something like that, and it goes a message to the library staff. Contacts and time. So because Easylib is also now, it has got a timesheet management system over here. So this, of course, will not be useful for the students, but you can track where the faculties and your library staff time is going, so that if you have got 8 or 10 library staff, you are able to make the best use of their time for the benefit of the students. Okay, my students, even the parents have access to the students login over here. My teachings, that is applicable only for the faculty over here. So whatever is applicable for the students, you can see over here under this all this login. There is, by the way, one more new development we have got. So all your students will be able to log into your library simply on the Easylib website itself. You click on easylib.net. So they just click on it. There will be an option for login to your college. It will ask them to choose their college. They put the member ID. Then they can access this on the mobile over here. Okay, in that single app. So right now, for many of our customers, we have got the different mobile apps launched, for one for RCU, another for different clients. A few of them, not everybody, have got a mobile app launched only for their students use. In future, it's going to be one app accessible by everybody by choosing only the college name. So, okay, so now coming back to the home page, pretty much I think we covered over here. Oh, there is one option I did not cover, most important. So you want to track how the students are using your OPAC, right? Here there is an option over here. So this one talks about this portion is related to changing how the OPAC looks. You can change your announcement, explore, library timing, social profiles, featured items, all of that, whatever is visible on your home page, right? So the whole thing is customizable by yourself. Okay, as a library staff, you can do. Of course, we'll be able to help you, but you can do all these changes by yourself. Now let's go over here. OPAC search report. What does it mean? Students, whatever they are searching is displayed here. Say, for example, during the demo, I searched on environmental engineering, electronics, and physics. So all of those are visible here, right? So if somebody has searched on XYZ and they don't find, it's going to show the result as 0. So you can always call this, okay, if you see that some topic and that 0 results, You can call the CSPL 0108, whoever is the member ID, pick up there. Hey, buddy, you were asking for this particular book. You are searching. It's not available. Do you want us to procure that? You are offering more and more customized services available to your students. That's possible through this analytics that we have built in Easylib to find out how many people are logging into your library, what all they are searching, which partners websites are accessed, how many people access Shodh Ganga, ProQuest, National Digital Library, and so on. Digital subscription, what all have been accessed, ebooks, what all ebooks are being downloaded. During the demo, we just downloaded this, right? So we are able to see that. Okay, I can see that maybe. Uh, Okay. Then this is the library usage report. This is an interesting one. So this is a new one that we have got over here. Those of you who are easily 4.6.4 customers, if you don't have the screen, simply open a ticket. We'll be happy to put it over for you. And now gradually the application is becoming more and more large. So you may not have all these features in your installation, and definitely at the end of year when you are renewing, you want to choose the option for upgrade. There may be a slight financial implications, but you'll be able to get the latest version of Easylib, right? So here I'm seeing here, the 27 June, 26 June, how many books were issued that day, how many returned, how many renewed, how many came to the library, visitor management, and how many people logged into OPAC, how many ebooks were downloaded. So all of this information is available here in this library usage report. This is across the board. This is possible because Easylib has all the data which is required by all these systems, right? So now this is another view of over here. So login, logout details. You can see the simple list of, okay, how many people are logging to your library on a daily basis, okay, or a monthly basis. If this report is alone is expected by your NAC committee, right? They want to say, okay, show me how many people are logging into your library. No problem. You just go to the screen, simply click on monthly. It is going to show. If today is a July, right? The moment I logged in, it went up by one number like that. So I can see the login statistics by profile, by member types, academic year, and so on. So there are many more reports available like this. I can see the history, graphical reports, some of the graphical reports you have got. And lastly, suppose you have some publishers, you have given link earlier, but that is not linked to Easylib, right? Past history of the data of 2022. You want that data to be loaded, no issues. You simply give the complete data exactly the way it is required for the past, before you went on to Easylib, you have the history data, can simply will help you upload that data as well over here. So this is the OPAC usage. As much as it is important for the students to use OPAC, it's also equally important that in addition to building a good OPAC for your library, you are able to measure what is the usage of the OPAC. You can see, okay, which of the parts of the OPAC are used most, which books are searched, which journals are referred. Okay, so that way you can make an educated call on, okay, that particular subscription, is it being used by students or not? If it is not going to be used regularly, at the end of the year, you can make a call whether should I renew that subscription or not, right? So OPAC is your gateway to do more analysis. And through this Easylib OPAC, we have tried to give you the best of what library software can do for you and your students. So pretty much this is what I wanted to cover in this webinar. I'm so sorry. I think, almost time now. So we will open it up for questions. And let me go back to the PPT. Did I miss anything? So lastly, these are my contact details, my number, as well as our sales manager Sidhu's email ID and phone number. Feel free to write to us, call us anytime. We'll be happy to give a demo and take it forward. And as far as the deployment of Easylib is concerned, it's usually the software deployments happen on the same day the order is placed. The data upload may take a couple of days to 1 week, and then the training. So most of your installation will happen within a week. That includes software deployment, includes migrating your existing data, as well as giving a crash course of the training to get started with using the application. And we have 3 levels of training. One is the crash course, which will run for 2 to 3 hours to get you started on the application. Then there is an in-depth training where we hold much more detailed in-person training or online sessions to make sure that each of the module we cover in detail. And the third one is we have a built-in the learning management module. We saw that, right? If I go here, so learning management, again, you will all be enrolled as a student when you become a customer of Easylib. You will have access to Easylib application user as well as the other courses. You click on it, you'll see basics of library science, 6.4. You click on it, you will see all the details of the sessions and you can go over this material. So those of you who are our customers don't have access to this the learning management system. So please request us. We'll be able to happy to enroll you. And as you see, hundreds of videos are enrolled over here. Hundreds of videos are added. And until that time, you can also go to our website, see if you go to the training part over here, you will see lots of webinars, the current webinars, the previous webinars, so the videos recorded for each of the module. Again, it's constantly being enhanced, but of course, you can simply click on any of these videos and it will go and you can see. And I also request you to go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@easylib demo, and you will see our hundreds of videos that are uploaded to Easylib over here, right? Including the past webinar. So that's about it. Thank you so much for participating. Thanks to you and thanks to about 630 plus customers that we have got who are actively using application. Out of that, more than 130 of them use this latest application, and we look forward to having more and more of you become our customers to Easylib. Again, here is my contact details. We'll open up for question answers. So if you can speak, kindly speak, or otherwise you can type in the chat.